Welcome to the Academy of Gemology Jewellery Valuation course. A jewellery valuation is a legal document and if done correctly will stand up in a court of law. I'm going to go through the process of showing you how to do a jewellery valuation correctly and give you the tools to start making money. It is imperative that you know how to correctly identify the gemstones set in the jewellery and how to grade and price them. If you aren't able to do this, then you need to attend our basic gem ID and practical diamond grading course. You can download the coloured stone grading and pricing course online for only 350 Rand. Let's value this diamond and emerald ring together. It has been hand manufactured and at the bottom of the shank it is stamped 750, which is 18 karat gold, and the ZA stands for Made in South Africa. We weigh the ring in grams to get the gross weight, which is 4.4 grams. We count all the diamonds and then measure them to get the estimated weight. The emerald was checked before setting and a Gem ID report was issued, which will give us the actual weight of the stone. It hasn't been graded, so we'll need to grade it as we said in the setting to enable us to put a price to it. We use our coloured stone grading lamp, which has a colour temperature of 4500 degrees Kelvin for consistency. Examine it under the light to see what colour it is and what the colour grade will be. This emerald is a slight bluish green and has a very good colour saturation, which would make it an 85% colour. Now we examine the emerald with a naked eye to see how obvious the inclusions are. This emerald has inclusions visible to the unaided eye, and I would grade it as lightly included, which would be a 50% clarity grade. Next we look at the emerald about 30 centimeters below our diamond grading light to grade the brilliance. This is how the emerald reflects the light. The brilliance is good on this emerald and I would give it 60%. We are now going to take all our results and calculate the estimated retail price of the ring. You would have received a worksheet like this one. On the right in this section we have the table where we enter the metal prices, which you receive by email daily. This section is where we enter the foreign exchange, gold price and jeweler's markup. On the left side of the worksheet you get the metal prices that you will enter to get the retail price. Rhodium plate is a standard 200 Rand fee for white gold. For the labour you would enter the estimated time it would take to manufacture the item of jewellery. This section is where we enter the estimated diamond weight for round brilliant cut diamonds. We also have an area for princess and baguette cut diamonds. The setting charge will depend on the size of the gemstones. Let's put it all together. The gross weight of the ring is 4.40 grams. To find out how much gold has been used, we deduct the weight of the stones from the gross weight. We take the total weight of the stones and divide it by 5 to convert the carat weight to grams. So the gross weight is 4.40 grams. The weight of the stones in grams is 0.56. 4.40 minus 0.56 equals 3.84 grams. Let's have a look at our worksheet to get the other values. We're going to take a closer look at this section and enter the amount of gold used, which was 3.84 grams of 18 karat white gold, which has a retail value of 4,771 Rand. As mentioned, the rhodium plate costs 200 Rand. We estimate it would take approximately 10 hours to manufacture the ring, so we entered 10 for labour, which totals 7,500 Rand to manufacture the ring. We need to get the values of the diamonds used as well as the cost of setting the stones. We will be using this part of the worksheet to get the values. We have 58 diamonds weighing a total weight of 0.58 carat. So we enter 0.58 in the 0.01 to 0.07 carat column, which gives us a retail value of 13,655. In this area we enter the amount of stones that were set. In this column, which is for diamonds weighing up to 0.60 carat, gives us a cost of 5,220. We enter 1 for the emerald in this column, which is for gemstones larger than 0.60 carat, which is 250 Rand. We need to calculate the value of the emerald. We gave the emerald a colour grade of 85 and a clarity grade of 50, so we deduct 5 points off the colour grade of 85, which gives us a final grade of 80, which relates to price. I use the guide as I find it most in line with prices internationally. We look at the emerald table, and along the weight group of 2 carat to 2.99 carat, we move along to an 80 grade stone. You can see the wholesale price can range between $3,850 to $5,000 per carat. I usually take the price in the middle for emeralds. In this case, I'm going to take an average. So the wholesale price we'll work on is $4,425 per carat. The calculation for the emerald is the weight times the wholesale price of $4,425 per carat times the foreign exchange of 13 Rand to the dollar times by the jeweler's markup, which will give us the estimated retail price for the emerald. This is what your worksheet should look like. 3.84 grams of 18 karat gold, 4,771 Rand. Rhodium plate, 200 Rand. 10 hours of labor, 7,500 Rand. 58 diamonds weighing 0.58 carat, 13,655 Rand. Emerald, 25,978 Rand and 90 cents. Setting, 5,470 Rand. The total is 57,574 Rand 90 cents. We add 10% to the value to allow for the fluctuation of the Rand against the US dollar. So we multiply 57,574.90 cents by 1.10, which will give us a total of 63,332 Rand and 39 cents, which I would round off to 63,300 Rand. You should staple your worksheet to a typed copy of the valuation, so that if ever you were questioned about the value, you have all the details. I write all the details onto a foolscap piece of paper. Everything in red ink doesn't get typed. That's all the test results and calculations. This sheet then gets stapled to a copy of the typed valuation for future reference, such as a valuation update. The final valuation will look something like this on your letterhead. As a rule of thumb, fair market values are approximately half the retail value, and a probate of forced sales approximately a quarter of the retail value, which can also be used for the jewelry being used as collateral. For estates, you must always put the deceased's name under the heading. Let's go through the steps of valuing a tanzanite tennis bracelet. The first step is to weigh the bracelet, and it weighs 9 grams. We have to check every single stone to make sure they are actually tanzanite and that there aren't any fakes. A quick way to test tanzanite is to use our tanzanite identification filter, which we sell for 360 Rand. This can save you a lot of time if you have to check a parcel of tanzanites or a number of stones like in this bracelet. Once we are satisfied they are all tanzanites, we need to estimate the weight. They're all basically the same size, so I would estimate the weight of 1 and multiply it by the number of stones that are set in the bracelet. We measure the length, the width, and the depth, and apply the formula for an oval mixed cut tanzanite. So the formula is the length times the width times the depth times the specific gravity for tanzanite, which is 3.30, times the factor for an oval shaped stone, which is 0.0021. This gives us the estimated weight of 0.21. We times the 0.21 by the number of stones, which is 34 stones. This gives us an estimated total weight of 7.14 carat. To calculate the estimated retail value, we take the gross weight, which is 9 grams, and subtract the weight of the stones in grams to estimate the amount of gold used. So we take the weight of the stones, which is 7.14 carats, and divide it by 5 to convert it to grams, which will be 1.42 grams. 1.42 subtracted from 9 equals 7.58 grams of 18 karat white gold used. At the bottom of your worksheet you will see a tab for chains. Click on it and it will take you to the chain prices. Ignore the top section, you will only work with the colored spreadsheet. It is important to make sure you have the correct foreign exchange entered here. To change it, just click on it and fill in the exchange rate of the day. When it comes to tennis bracelets, I usually take the fancy chain price per gram, which in this case for 18 karat white gold is 2,003 Rand retail per gram. We multiply the weight of the gold, which is 7.58 grams, by 2003, which gives us a retail price of $15,182 for the bracelet without the stones. Please check the prices with your suppliers to make sure there hasn't been a change. If there have been any changes, you can change the figures on the spreadsheet. We now work out the price of the tanzanites. We have examined the tanzanites and have graded them a good quality, which is equivalent to a AA color. They are very lightly included, so there won't be any deductions for that. The estimated weight is 7.14 carat, which we multiply by the wholesale price of $180 per carat, which equals $1,285, times the exchange rate of the day, so let's say it's 13, times the jeweler's markup of 2.5, which will equal $41,769 for the tanzanites. So the chain is 15,182, plus the tanzanites of 41,769 Rand, plus the setting of 34 stones, which equals 8,500 Rand, and the rhodium plate of 200 Rand, which gives us a total of 65,651. We add 10% to the value to allow for the fluctuation of the Rand against the US dollar. That gives us an estimated retail value of 72,216 Rand, which I would round off as 72,200 Rand. My worksheet that would be stapled to a copy of the valuation would look something like this, and it would be printed on our letterhead looking like this.